Good morning, everyone. We are here. It's Friday, getting ready for qualifying day at Formula Drift St. Louis. Getting some last-minute preparations done on the Corvette there. You can see the Liqui Moly bottle sitting on top of the supercharger there. Put some fresh oil in it and should be ready to go for our warm-up. We've got 4 laps of practice left to do, and then we go right into qualifying. So all things go well today. We'll only do 5 laps. Hopefully we do well in qualifying, not getting the not-so-great 8. So I said yesterday that the track layout's different, and if you couldn't tell what the difference is, we used to have an inner clip right past the first touch and go. So now it is, we initiate, we go into outer zone 1, try and fill that completely with the back of the car. We transition across the track. That is no longer a touch and go. That is an outer zone coming across kind of what I would say is the hairpin. So that starts there at the rumble strip. Outer zone stretches all the way out to the grandstand side of the track. Then that outer zone ends. We start outer zone 3, which is the one where the cars look kind of straight coming across it. And then we transition back where that wall is curving the opposite direction into the final turn, which is outer zone 4. So we eliminated the inner clip, made the first touch and go the second outer zone, and that is the difference in the track. It is a little bit challenging, very technical track, and it is not a place where you want to get choked up. Very easy to straighten the car up if you do. So we're trying not to do that and see what happens. Mike, you working on the wise fab there?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Presetting the angle, just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. So.
Making sure everything's tight, looking good.
Yeah, let's do a little bolt check afterwards.
Yep. So for anybody that's looking to put wise fab on a Corvette, that is the proper location for the lower control arm bolt.
Picture over here.
Yep. Not that one. Not this one. This is where we had it initially because we're dumb and didn't read directions.
Now we hit the bump stops.
Things are looking good. Tamara, you ready for the day? What you setting up? So we posted on our Instagram, Facebook, the first 5 people to come by and ask about these today, they're going to get a free hat. So it's probably going to be too late by the time this video comes out, but 5 people got free hats just by looking at our Instagram. Got our shirt set up.
Making sure they don't blow away.
That's right. This is our new shirt. Thanks to Nate for printing those up for us. Still got some of the old style too. Comp Cam's Pinup Girl shirt. That one's cool. We don't have very many left of the old Earnhardt shirts, but got a couple left over. A few other goodies. James, what you working on? Trying to drain the catch can?
Yes, sir.
Yep. It's a 2-man job.
Literally.
Got to stick it through the hole there. Got our intern working on that. Is draining the catch can everything that you had hoped for when you applied for this internship?
Yes.
Absolutely good. Got our Yellowspeeds mounted up in a nice location. Easier access. Got a new Konig wheel mounted up so it doesn't look so bad. Got a new door courtesy of Foxy Wraps. I destroyed that one when I hit Justin at the last round. Ready to go. That was a lead and a chase. Felt pretty good in my lead. I was able to do a pretty aggressive initiation, get through outer zone 1 really well on throttle. Pretty happy with that. Got into outer 2, tried a different strategy of pouring a little bit more angle on through the end of 2 to get me into 3 a little bit better, and I think that worked. Making a little bit more power, and that made me have a little bit more speed coming through 3 into 4. I tried another new thing, which is trying to pour more angle on getting into 4, and that started to work, but I didn't fully commit and get back into throttle, and it kind of started to wash the front end out. So ended up going too deep into 4 and not making it work. But I think that I know what I need to do, so I'm going to do that one more time going into the last run. I've already decided I'm going to make a gear change. It's actually one of the first gear changes we've made all year, so I'm going to put a little bit more gear to it, get some more RPM, get a little bit more boost, and inevitably make a little bit more power that way. So that's what we're doing after this practice, providing that this chase goes well. Well, we booped it again. It's not quite as bad this time. So we changed the gear, put a little bit taller gear in it. We're gonna fix the tie rod. Mike's disassembling the other tie rod, put some gas in it. So I think that was probably one of my better lead runs up until that point. I'm able to do a pretty aggressive initiation, and I was able to get back on throttle like I needed to and pull out of 2 into 3 a little bit better, I think. So I'm gonna go with what I got here for qualifying.
NGK competition timeout. Spark plugs do timeout, so replace yours. NGK spark plugs. Taylor Hull, full pull hold at Comp Cam's. Liqui Moly, I saw he picked up a new sponsor here as well. Now coming through into that second outside zone. Let's see what he's got here. Coming into the 3rd and finally the 4th. Pretty aggressive, nice job. Ooh, almost had a little bit of a bulk there, but full pull Taylor Hull does just that, gets that full pull.
Really poured the angle on in outside zone 4. And we get the truth serum here. We're going to see, it looked like his car moved around as he was approaching outside zone number 2. And this view here should give us the truth. So watch his transition. Yeah, definitely gets up on the rumble strip. And he managed to run a good line despite that. It doesn't always disrupt you, but it can. In this case, it did not. So he got lucky there. And as he transitions here for outside zone 4, you can see he's off at the beginning a bit and then pours on some big angle, but kind of stalls up as he did that. It looked like he was trying to correct his line a little bit. So let's listen here.
Click. Locked and loaded.
Listening to that V8 scream. So you can see right there is where he went offline a little bit over the white
Not
line,
too bad,
up
though.
on the rumble strip.
Both qualifying and in competition head-to-head day. So the NGK competition timeout being utilized by Wataru Masayama. So maybe it's just a quick fix, get back up to the line. That way he wouldn't have to go into the not-so-great 8 in the bottom 8. So that's the only reason I would assume that he wants to utilize it. But NGK competition timeout. Spark plugs do timeout, so replace yours. NGK spark plugs. Taylor Hull, full pull hold at Comp Cam's. Liqui Moly, I saw he picked up a new sponsor here as well. Now coming through into that second outside zone. Let's see what he's got here. Coming into the 3rd and finally the 4th. Pretty aggressive, nice job. Ooh, almost had a little bit of a bulk there, but full pull Taylor Hull does just that, gets that full pull.
Really poured the angle on in outside zone 4. And we get the truth serum here. We're going to see, it looked like his car moved around as he was approaching outside zone number 2. And this view here should give us the truth. So watch his transition. Yeah, definitely gets up on the rumble strip. And he managed to run a good line despite that. It doesn't always disrupt you, but it can. In this case, it did not. So he got lucky there. And as he transitions here for outside zone 4, you can see he's off at the beginning a bit and then pours on some big angle, but kind of stalls up as he did that. It looked like he was trying to correct his line a little bit. So let's listen here.
Click. locked and loaded.
Listening to that V8 scream. So you can see right there is where he went offline a little bit over the white
Not
line,
too bad,
up
though.
on the rumble strip. Managed to keep it at angle, controlled the car really well. Transitioning here, you can see this is where he's going to slow down right there.
Ooh.
So managed to keep the car on the track by pouring more angle on there, but I think that's going to hurt his score a little bit.
Again, shout out to Taylor Hull and his team picking up and announcing Wild Willies men's grooming product. I saw that, so excited to see what Wild Willies brings to the game. They say on a mission to craft the best damn beard products on the planet. All right, it's a bold statement. We'll see.
Hey, you have a beard.
I do have a beard.
You should get some.
Well, I got a guy, Taylor. Let me get some beard products. The only scrutinization about products right now, we travel so much, is it needs to be under 3 ounces.
Right, to get on that plane with you.
Yeah, dude.
You don't want to be checking a bag.
Checking bags.
It's going to end up in an airport.
Oh my gosh.
Zimbabwe
You probably
somewhere.
have a neck. You probably have a neck pillow, don't you, Ryan?
I do not. They
You have a
disgust
neck
me.
pillow.
They disgust
You
me.
would. You.
Over the years of flying, I've watched people with their pillows. I see people with home pillows, the ones that they use in their house, and they bring it and they stuff it in the corner of the plane.
Amateur hour, dude.
Stay away from all of it. Stay away from all of it.
Well, you've seen the movie was it up in the air, up in the sky?
Is that the one with George Clooney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, just
Throw this out.
The
Gonna get
traveling
you.
efficiency here. All right, so Wataru Masayama, you can see all hands on deck now. The NGK competition timeout being utilized. And like I said, NGK, they make ignition coils as well because they prefer a running partner that can keep pace. They know ignition and spark plugs don't run alone. They put energy and expertise into making a better coil. NGK, spark plugs and coils, better together. So Masayama utilizing that comp timeout. All right, waiting for Taylor Hull's score. We could see, and Masayama being operated, his team and his vehicle being operated by the Drift Cave. Drift Cave is the shop up in the Bay Area, San Jose, California. That's Matt Field. He is the head caveman at the Drift Cave. And slowly getting the scores. The judges have them, just need to get them inputted, just make it official. And it's a 78, great year. It was a great year. 78. Taylor Hull, look at that guy. Look at that guy. That guy will teach you how to lasso a cow.
And how to put stuff in your beard.
And how to put stuff in your beard.
Now that he has the
Wild
Wet
Willies.
Willies?
All right, just finished up qualifying. I'm over here with Dan in the zone 4 corner of shame. I poured on a little bit too much angle in 4, so did he, so we got to figure out that part, but felt okay about it other than that. Really good snappy initiation into 1. Felt like I got into 2 and through 2 pretty okay. Stalled up a little bit right there getting through the middle of 2 or leaving 2. Pretty good through 3, and then I think I probably had a little bit too long of a handbrake pull and then poured on a little bit too much angle when I got back into throttle, which probably drove me off of outer 4 a little bit early if I had to guess. I haven't seen the video yet, but what are you gonna do? 78, I think we're like 11th of 17 that have run, so hopefully we won't be in the not so great 8. It'd be really cool if we'd end up on the top end of the bracket, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. All right, there is the end of qualifying, so got a 78. A little bummed with that score. Thought I might have gotten a little bit better, but I made some mistakes. I got to own that. I actually thought I was further out in outer zone 1 than I was. It's still a good line through outer zone 1, but not maybe a foot or 2. I thought I was further out. So then I went up on the rumble strip. I thought that was a deduction, but after being in the driver's meeting just now, judges stated that you can go up on the rumble strip as long as you don't go over the line and go off track. So I'm gonna have to go back and review the video. I may have dipped a left rear tire off there, so that could have been a deduction. Had a pretty good line going through outer zone 3 and the second half of outer zone 2, and then coming into 4, I poured the angle on pretty aggressively and slowed down a little bit more than I needed to or should have. So First time I've done that all weekend, and it had to be qualifying naturally, but got a deduction there as well. Got a 78. I'm up against my buddy Jeff Jones in top 32, so I don't think we've run each other in quite some time. I know we ran each other when we were both in Pro 2 for quite a good bit, but been a while since I've run Jeff. Should be a fun battle. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the video tomorrow after top 32, hopefully moving on up all the way through the finals. That's our goal.